Hey, this is Lookout for Charlie. It's very early in the morning, or late, depending on how you look at it. And last night, I was going through some audio, doing some stuff, and I decided to go back and revisit some signals that I had found, not in the microwave range, but in like the 460 megahertz range. And these signals were really, really similar to what a lot of people will describe as what first starts happening to their ears when this begins. And it will sound like they'll describe it as uh, a diesel engine idling off in the distance, but they can't really tell where it is, or like a muscle car idling somewhere, but they can't tell where it is. Like sort of like sort of like a hum, but like a flowing hum. So what I found literally pulled my brain out, wrung it out, and stuck it back in. And I have to get this up tonight. I can't wait. It has to go up before I get like ran over by a kid on his big wheel or something. What I'm going to do is, first off, I want to play you a chunk of the signal exactly the way it comes out of the scanner, the radio. So let's do that first. I'm going to play like right here. So let's listen to it for a minute. Okay, so that's what it sounds like coming out of the radio. Now, what I wanted to do was kind of mimic the way a signal like that would sound like to the human ear, because it wouldn't be as crisp. It wouldn't be, if it was hitting your inner ear, it would be very muddied down. So I basically made this sound like it was underwater. So this is the same signal, but it has been tweaked to sound like what it would sound like to the human ear. So actually, let me boost this up real quick. And now let's give it a listen. Now that sounds identical to what people describe. Let this play for a minute. Okay, but here's where it gets really fucking interesting, because as I tweaked this diesel engine signal, one of them, there's many of them, let's listen to a tweak that along the way of tweaking. Let's give it a listen. See, it doesn't sound like a hum anymore. It's voices. Okay? Now it gets way heavier than this, but I'm going to go further and let it play. Okay, now I'm going to play the progress as it got tweaked further. We're going to go into that, and I'm going to go here about halfway through. And I want you to hear this. Okay, so you hear that. Those are voices within the diesel engine sound. Now, here's where it gets really fucking heavy, because after this diesel signal plays for, it's like a loop. So it goes for about, let's say, 25 to 28 minutes. And then very faintly, I started hearing it, and I finally recorded it twice. Very faintly, there's a Morse code within it. I was able to, this is fucking crazy, I was able to record the Morse code, bring it up into the recording, and really, really push it out. So, what I want to do now is play you the Morse code I found, both of them. I recorded it twice. So here is the Morse code alone. I'll play the first one. Okay, now I'm going to play you that same one, but I believe this one I have cleaned up further and then chopped some of the other stuff out. Let's give this a listen. Okay, now let's give this Morse code a listen. Okay, it's the end of part one. Okay, now, before I go any further, I want to play you some clips that are taken from within the diesel engine sound after I started getting the voices to come out. Okay? Let's see. See what I can pull out here. Let's play this, and then I will pick out what I want to show you here. It says right there, you're gonna die in hospice. You're gonna die in hospice. Listen to what I'm telling you. It says you're going to die in hospice. I'm going to play it again. It says you're going to die in hospice. Now, I'm going to go here. right there. Say yes, I'm in hospice. Okay. Now, what I'm telling you is that these words within this diesel engine sound are fucking key because of what I found. The Morse code that I pulled up right here, which I'm going to play again. I swear to God, I put the Morse code into a Morse code translator online, and it spelled out a local hospital that is about 10 miles from my house. I'm going to say this again. I put in the Morse code into an online translator, and after I got the words per minute correct and everything else correct, I had to get all the small details put in so it would read it correctly. It spit out the name completely and the city of a hospital about 10 miles from my house. So the Morse code, I'm going to say it again, spelled out a hospital 10 miles from my house. That's what it says. At the end, I'm going to say this again too, of every, we'll call it the diesel engine transmission. It's like a loop. It goes for 25 minutes to a half an hour. It spits out this little Morse code in the background, and it starts over. Every time it spits out that Morse code, it's saying basically that it's coming from the hospital that is about 10 miles from my house. This signal, at this point right now, I don't know what to make of it. I don't even know what to do with the information. But all I can do is give it to you and let you digest it yourself. And now I feel personally as though the burden of proof isn't on me anymore. The burden of proof is on them to convince us that they're not doing this from hospitals. Because that's what they did the entire time that they were doing all the MK Ultra testing in the 60s and 70s. That was all done from hospitals. I swear to God, this spit out the name of a hospital 10 miles from my house. Less than 10 miles. I MapQuested it, and it's 8.9 if I take one way, and 9.5 if I take another way. And 9.5 miles, what are signals from a hospital 9.5 miles away doing rattling and vibrating and doing things to my home and to my electronics and to my people? So, there's a lot of factors here. So I'm going to play you the Morse code one more time. If you know Morse code, step up, contribute. I'd like to hear your translation of what it says. When I first put it in, and the words per minute, the BPMs and everything weren't correct. It was just giving me like EI, 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 a bunch of crap. And then when I finally got everything tweaked and got everything right, and then it literally spelt the entire name of the hospital out, I about shit my pants. I do not know what to do with this information yet. But this is proof. This is proof, and it has to go out now. Like, it has to go out tonight, right now. And that's it. I really don't know what else to say. So, this is it. If you want to translate this Morse code yourself, download the video, take the audio, and do it. And bring it back. Tell me what you got. Wow. I don't know. Look out for Charlie. I'm out. Later.